All right. Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. John and Ellie of Georgia Beer Reviews back at you this evening with a special live examination, being joined by Mr. Ian over here. And then to the right of him, we've got Elbow, and we've got the Stout King, Michael Kormaroff, down below me. And then we've got Bumpy in the bottom right corner. All of us are kind of in the New England area, except for Elbow, who's way down in Florida, enjoying some nice warm weather, and we're all stuck up here in freezing rain, snow, just god awful weather. So, anyway, thanks to everybody for joining, and we are looking at, if you didn't guess already, we're looking at the 2025 Bourbon County Stout, and this year's original variant is 14.8% alcohol, which is the highest it's been in a while. They had a 15.2% variant some years ago, but it was sold in tandem with the 14.7% that year. I think it was 2017 or 2018. I can't remember the year. But anyway, really quick, I just wanted to pull up. Let's see if I could do this. We're going to do this, and just so you guys can see, so this year's version, the 2025 Bourbon County Stout, is aged in a blend of freshly emptied barrels from Buffalo Trace, Heaven Hill, Four Roses, and Wild Turkey, with an average aging time of 14 months. So a lot of really good bourbon barrels there, which may explain why this year's variant is a little bit higher in alcohol as well, 14.8. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. We're all drinking the same thing. Bumpy's going to be last because he is drinking a 2025 Bourbon County, but he's got a different variant. So that'll be good. We'll kind of get some different notes from him, and we'll pull it all together at the end. And we've got Shane Fudge in the chat. Shane, I know you've got some 2025 Bourbon County, so if you want, get your butt on here. You know where to find us. If not, crack one open and sip along with us. Cheers. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up Ian, since he was in here first. So we'll start with you, Ian. Go ahead.
All righty, here we are.
Everybody can open and pour if you want, so we can get an idea of what we're working with, so you're ready with your notes when we come around. Oh, geez. I just, the glass just shattered when I opened that. I'm going to have...
No bueno.
That's no bueno. I'm going to have to open a nut. That stinks.
The bottle open? Shattered?
The bottle, the top of the bottle shattered, and the glass just fell right down into the beer. So, thank God I got a 4-pack.
Yikes. Never heard of that happening before.
I have not either. Sorry, Ian. Go ahead. I'll manage here while you're...
So,
my hand, too.
Nice thing about the small 10-ounce bottles is they pour nicely into a standard glass. Here I have my Weyerbacher glass. Good head, but it doesn't pour with a real thick head. At least mine didn't. Nice malty nose. Does not smell overly boozy, which is good. Nice lacing. All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Ian.
Cheers. It definitely has a good feel of the maltiness and the bourbon, a little bit of the good bourbon in there, bourbon feel in there, or taste in there, but not overwhelming. It doesn't taste that. Honestly, I don't find the alcohol to be that heavy. It's nicely balanced on that regard. So, yeah, I think it's pretty. I think it's good.
Mhm. So, any other aromas you're getting, or?
Not particularly. Maybe a little bit of the fruitiness, but
Okay. All right. Well,
I think it's just a really good barrel aged stout.
all right. We'll everybody can give their aromas, I guess, and we'll go back around for the dive into the flavor.
All right, good evening, folks. Cheers and Happy New Year, all. I just poured mine out. There was a little bit of a head there at the very beginning, and then it dissipates fairly quickly. But I also saw some carbonation there in the head and the fizziness, which is good. But yeah, it's got that dark, definitely that dark. Can't see through appearance, and yeah, the aromas there. It's that it's like that. I don't know, like almost like raisins or like a dark fruit type of thing, and maybe some of the maltiness, is there as well, with the barrel influence. But yeah, I'm happy to try this. I always look forward to these every year, and I even went back and bought another 4-pack just to have it on hand. So anyway, folks,
all right.
Cheers.
You.
Cheers.
We'll pull up Michael real quick. Any other notes?
Okay, let's see.
Detecting?
You see. I guess I am able to smell some of the booziness in it, but it's not like it's any different from other bourbon counties that we have tried of the stout. So I guess that's not unusual. I'm getting the maltiness and the dark fruits that Elbow got also. Maybe a little bit of plum is what I'm getting.
Okay.
I think it's hard to tell the difference though between if you're you have a 14.8 or you have a 14.5 kind of thing. The difference is not, but I guess there have been some that have even less than 14, right? John, you were able to get some in Georgia before. So
yes, the biggest one, I believe it was 2020 or 2021. They put out the original Bourbon County was 14% exactly. That was the only year I got it down in Georgia. But over the years living down there, I was able to get some of the variants, like the variants a lot in years past were like 12.9, 13.2, so some of the variants were available. But the only year I ever got the OG Bourbon County, I believe, was 2020 when it was 14% alcohol.
Because most of the amounts I think were over 14% for the most.
Exactly. So yeah.
So I'm gonna taste it. Cheers.
All right, cheers. We'll come back. I don't have anything really to add. I would say a little bit of dark chocolate, the roasted malt, and the Elbow mentioned the dark fruit like raisin, fig, date, maybe a little of tobacco on the aroma, and the barrel's definitely coming through. I don't find that this is more boozy on the nose than years past. It is slightly elevated, but like Michael said, when you're dealing with 0.2% of a percent alcohol, how much more alcohol are you really detecting? So we're all going to go and get into our beer and describe the flavor notes. But I'm going to pull up Bumpy really quick so he can tell us his notes because he's drinking. Go ahead and just tell everybody what you have. And
oh, shut up, dogs.
I know it's time, Sadie. She heard me start talking. She's like, I know what time it is. So, anyways, I got the Bourbon County brand stout from Goose Island. This one is the Cherries Jubilee cask finished stout. Mine comes in at 14.5% ABV. It's an imperial stout that's aged in bourbon barrels and finished in cognac barrels with Montmorency cherries, orange zest, panilla, whatever, and natural flavors. Interesting thing is it was bottled on July 24th, 2025. So it's like they bottled this like, is it like way earlier than your guys' stuff?
September 16th for mine.
Mine's October 6th.
August 25th.
Oh wow, they're all over the place. Okay. I guess they probably do have to make it throughout the year, different batches, because they make so much of it.
Mine is the 16th of September.
The aromas that I'm getting out of it are
Date one.
quite nice. You definitely get that cherry. It smells like almost like a candy cherry, like if you get like a Tootsie Roll Pop, and it's that kind of like dark candy cherry note with a little bit of like this chocolatey Tootsie kind of aroma. You do get the cognac, like, because I kind of get this like sweeter grape wine type smell, like a really like dark, like black grape type thing. Maybe a little brown sugar. A touch of what would lead you to believe it's barrel aged. There's like they're almost like a slight kind of like woodiness out of it. But I'd say the cherry really pops, but it really comes off like a cherry Tootsie Roll pop for the most part. And then that kind of like I said, deep like black grape, sweetened like syrup, black grape wine. Cognac.
There you go.
Yeah, so there's something else in there. Like black tar molasses. Black strap molasses, not tar. Black strap molasses. Whatever molasses they use.
Yeah, it's probably from the cognac barrels.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I get out of the nose. It smells thick.
Mm-hmm.
It's got so many like aromas that lead you to believe it's gonna be like kind of sweet. So
All right.
That's it.
All right.
Sure.
Sounds good. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. We'll start back around with Ian, and he can describe some of the flavors that he's getting. And we can all sip along and think about what we want to say in the meantime as well. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Definitely getting a bit of the dark chocolate of notes that they mentioned, and a bit of the fig and the fruitiness. But I don't find the alcohol to be too strong. I mean, it's definitely there, but it's not too strong, especially for a 14.8%. I've had beers with less ABV that definitely taste stronger. But definitely, as it warms. I mean, it was already in my basement, so it wasn't terribly cold to begin with. But it was I'm getting a little bit of that fruitiness in the nose now as it airs. But yeah, Doesn't look forward to aging the next couple, the last 2 bottles that I have of it. So I probably won't touch this for a while. So, but yeah, I'd say it's good. I like it.
All right. Well, we'll let you keep sipping on it. And great thing about these bourbon counties is they tend to get even better as they warm up, which you can't say that about a lot of beers, but Bourbon County tends to develop and grow on you as it kind of gets closer to room temperature. A lot of people don't even bother putting beers like this in the fridge, but I like to start with it cold and you sip on something like this for at least a good half hour, let it warm up a bit. But anyway, I will.
Budweiser full is delicious at room temperature.
Yeah, I would not. No, I wouldn't recommend a Bud Heavy at room temperature. All right, let's go over to Elbow and see what he's getting on his tasting notes there.
Yeah, definitely. You get that chocolate, like Ian mentioned, the dark fruits like raisins or figs or prunes or dates. That's all in there. A little bit of sweetness. I watched a couple of reviews prior to joining in here on YouTube, and there were some folks that were saying that they thought it was a little bit too sweet this year, but I'm not getting that. It seems balanced to me. It's not a real thick mouthfeel. It's kind of medium. But overall, it's just so tasty, just so special. It's like I'm glad it's only once a year to get a fresh batch. I think that's pretty cool. And another thing, I like these little bottles. There were some people online commenting that they didn't like them, but you can put me in the category of liking them. It works out good because you pour yourself one, and it's small enough if you want to go back for a second one, you can. And it gives you, like they said at one of the Goose Island promotions, they said it gives you more chances to try it. Instead of having one 16.9 bottle, you get, four chances, 4 10 ounces. So I like that idea.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm definitely enjoying this and happy to be with you guys, enjoying some Bourbon County. Cheers.
Yeah, man.
Cheers,
Glad
Elbow.
you could join. Always good hanging out with you, and especially when we're drinking amazing beer like this. Okay, we'll let you keep sipping on that, and we'll come back around shortly. We'll go over to Michael.
I was going to ask everybody how easy it is to find the 4-packs of this when you go around looking.
It's so loud, Michael.
Because like I told you when I first went to the food co-op to get it, they just had the variants. And I spoke to the beer person. He says, yeah, there were a few of the 4-packs. I said, you didn't put one aside for me?
I haven't seen any.
I supposedly have a good relationship with her, but whatever, it's not a deal where, whatever. Yeah. But I went back the last time and they had a whole bunch of the variants left, and I went in between and there was a 4-pack stuck in the back. So everybody hadn't seen it. So that's how I got this. There was just one. I went to the back and looked to see if there were more, and there weren't. So I have a feeling the co-op might have gotten like a case of them, maybe even 8 4-packs, whatever. But I don't even know how many. So I didn't see her after. But had I not gone then, somebody else would have found it. So I felt lucky. What's the going price for the 4-pack, by the way?
I paid, I think it was $28.
Yeah, I think that's about right. I think it was $27.99 before tax, and then so yeah, right around $30. But yeah, I mean, for a 4-pack, that's 40 ounces. I think
So the co-op was. I guess the co-op usually gets pretty good buys. The co-op was $24.50 for a 4-pack.
Yeah, that's a good deal. That's lower than I've seen it, and I've seen it at like 3 or 4 different.
But
spots
again,
now.
it's you're just paying whatever the markup is that it's a 25% markup. So you can figure out what 25% of that's what they paid for it. They pass along whatever savings they get from the distributor, which I guess is a good deal. And they do buy a lot of beer from whoever they get the distributor. Whatever. And
That's unbelievable that you could find it for that price in New York. I went to New York City this past summer, and a Corona 6-pack was like $20.
Wow.
New York City, you went to New York City, right? That's different than.
Yeah, I was in Manhattan.
That's probably
that's the ritziest place.
Yeah.
The ritziest. Brooklyn is, John, you were there. It's it's still upscale. It's just not the same kind of deal. And the co-op is different because it's a food cooperative, so they're not trying to.
So they're not marking up.
They're just marking it up, keep and everything else except for like vitamins and stuff like that are at that same 25% rate. But let's see. I'm going to see if I'm getting anything different. I think as it warms up, you're getting a little bit more of the booziness, but not any more than the other bourbon counties we've had in the past. I don't notice it being more. Let's see if there's anything else. It's as Elbow said, it seems balanced to me in that it's it's sweet, but it's not more sweet than previous ones, I don't think. You can't taste 14.8, so it does cover some of the alcohol, but cellaring it certainly won't hurt. But I think it's fine fresh. So mine's like 3 months old, a little bit more than that. And as everybody else, as my head was just there at the very beginning, I'm going to pour the rest to see if I can generate more head from it. But I like the 10-ounce size too.
Mine never had a head on it.
Okay, so by pouring it, you notice I did get, but as you can see, it's a fizzy kind of head that's going to go away really fast. Yeah. I think it's hard to maintain a head on a high alcohol beer just the way it's, barrel aged.
Do that.
It just almost has to fade. Let's see. So far, I'm satisfied with the OG.
There you go. All right. Well, I guess I can. You can keep thinking on that there, Michael. I'll pull myself up really quick. And so I agree with everything you guys are saying. For me, it's kind of like bourbon counties of years past. The 14.8%, you don't really notice a difference with the 0.2% or 0.3%, depending on what year you're looking at. Increase in alcohol. That's the biggest complaint I've heard from other people is that this year's version is a little bit too boozy, a little bit less refined than previous years. I don't find that to be the case at all. I'm getting a lot of, dark fruit. I'm getting that sweet tobacco note on the aroma and the palate. I'm getting a little bit of dark chocolate, some nice roasty, toasted bread malt character. Definitely getting oak and vanilla from the barrel aging. A little bit of that lingers on the finish. As with, most bourbon counties, especially the original, it's not too heavy for a stout. It's on the lighter side, which I like. It's not thick and viscous and syrupy and sticking to the insides of my mouth and overly sweet. It's nicely balanced. I got nothing but really good things to say about this. And I already did a solo review. I don't remember what I gave it, which is a good thing because I think it's growing on me. My rating tonight might be higher than what I gave it when I first tried it. But this is the second 4-pack that I've gotten into now. So I've had a few, and the more I drink it, the more I like it. As tends to be the case with most of the Bourbon County. And we've been on here for almost half an hour. So as it warms, it develops a little bit too. And it just keeps getting better. This is one of those beers that just keeps getting better as it sets out and warms up a little bit. But yeah, I'm really digging this. I like the 10-ounce serving as well. I'm really disappointed that I have a whole Bourbon County here that I can't drink because the top of the glass shed. I've never had that happen before with a Bourbon County.
You can drink it still. Come on. There's a guy in the circus that eats glass.
It's not worth the risk. I cut my hand a little bit already.
Can you strain it through some cheesecloth or something?
No, that's all right. I got a couple more. I'll go buy another 4-pack, but it's not worth internal bleeding.
I don't know. I send a picture of it to Bourbon County. Maybe they'll send you one.
Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, it's weird that happened. That's never happened before. But anyway, I'll keep sipping and thinking, and we've got to go to Bumpy, the outlier here with the Cherries Jubilee.
Yeah. So hopefully my dogs don't start barking again, because that's this is the time that they need to do that.
It's all right. We'll manage.
Yeah. So the flavors on this, it's good. Well, let's start off with body, anyways. And mine never had a head. And it may have been the glass, I don't know, but it never built a head. It's just been like that. It does have some nice legs on the glass, but flavors. Cheers.
Cheers, Bumpy.
Cheers.
Yeah, I'd say it has about a medium body. It almost has the separation. It's almost like this kind of thin layer up top, and then you get this like little bit more of a viscous kind of feel left over on the palate. But I'd say it's still like a medium-esque body, medium to slight full. Carbonation, it's moderate. It's well enough carbonated. Drying finish on this one. The flavors, right up front, I'd say it's got quite a bit of that kind of fudgy chocolate note with a lot of cherry. It's like a dark chocolate, or a dark cocoa Tootsie, a cherry Tootsie Pop on the palate. It does bring some of that kind of raisin, prune. Once again, still kind of like a thick, syrupy grape wine from cognac type thing going on. We get a touch of like a graininess on mid palate. Finishes with a big kind of like feel of cognac or brandy, which is the same thing. Leaves the lips sticky. The warming in the chest, I'd say, is kind of to a minimal at 14.5%. So the ABV, I think, is pretty well hidden on this one. It doesn't seem to be super boozy. I think I've had ones in the past that seem to be a lot more boozy than this. This, I would say, is when the dogs bark. Probably, besides like one of the variants that John shared with me a few years back, where when you spent like $50 on one special bottle, and it was, I don't know, it was pretty crazy. That one was pretty good. But this is probably one of the best variants that I've had from the variants that I've had. So I'm enjoying it. I like the notes that it's giving.
Did you pick up the chocolate praline one?
No, because I didn't want to spend $52 at that moment.
No.
I had the choice, and I said,
Yeah.
I mean, I could have got them both, but I was kind of like, that's I can wait, we'll see. Because I was really what I was looking for. So I found it in Whole Foods. Because like I go to the packy all the time. Zero. There's zero Goose on. You have to be there in line on like Black Friday, otherwise you're not getting in. And then most of the other stores around don't carry squat. And then so I went to Whole Foods because I found stuff. I found Goose Island, Bourbon County there before, and I went back and they had two. They had more than 2 bottles, but they had this variant, and then they had that one that the chocolate praline one. But I went in there hoping to find the 4-pack OG, and they didn't have it. So, but yeah, that's that. I'm gonna be done. That way I can mute when my dogs kind of do their barking every time a vehicle drives somewhere within a 10-mile radius of my home.
Excuse me.
That's
So-
like my neighbor's dog. It's like that.
So we've all given, so I figured what we do for the end, it's a small enough group. If anybody, just keep sipping for a few minutes as it, you notice things, just, splurt it out, any developing flavors or tasting notes as the beer warms. I do want to go to the chat really quick. Tommy Carroll is in the chat, and he's asking if there's a food that this would pair with. Me personally, Bourbon County, any of the variants, excuse me, sorry. It's kind of like a standalone for me because it's really high ABV. You want to experience the barrel and the all the intricate little tasting notes. If I was going to pair it with anything, maybe like a bowl of vanilla ice cream or something that wouldn't interfere too much and maybe accentuate some of the notes from the barrel aging. You get vanilla and oak in the beer, so maybe like a little bit of like vanilla ice cream or something. But normally I would just say drink it as a standalone. It's almost like a meal in itself. It's like it is its own dessert. It is its own like after meal treat. What do you guys think? Any
You could pour it over ice cream and make a Bourbon County sundae.
You could do that, yeah.
But you lose some of the effect because once it mixes with the dairy, you're going to lose some of it. So, but it might be
I would
interesting.
say I'm going to go out on this cherry, the Cherry's Jubilee one. Specifically, it has to be a barbecue Western burger, like a big, thick, like smoked patty with bacon and onion rings and like beer battered onion rings and barbecue
Sounds
sauce.
good.
Yeah, I think this would pair very well with that.
All right. Hey, I love a nice rodeo burger type Western burger. More, that I could see that.
I have some leftover beef Wellington from Christmas, so
yeah,
we'll try it with that.
yeah. See, I would eat it. I would eat like a steak or some beef Wellington or something, and then I would drink this after. I feel like sipping on it back and forth for me might be problematic, or I don't know. I mean, not problematic, but I just feel like you would maybe lose some of the complexity and the nice little notes that you get from the beer. But anyway, to each his own. Try it. It doesn't hurt, but maybe save a little, put a little aside to drink on its own after you're done with your meal, just to see if you pick up on anything different. But good question, Tommy. Probably not the answer. I don't know. You just have to try it for yourself.
And cherry pie.
Well, the Cherry's Jubilee, or the Cherry's Jubilee specifically, that variant, maybe like not pair it with food, but like sip, like make you a nice old fashioned to kind of sip alongside with it to maybe accentuate some of the bourbon and the cherry notes in the Cherry's Jubilee.
Well, it has the orange zest in it too, so you can usually use orange bitters and stuff in old fashioned.
Yeah, right. You get the cherry and the orange bitters.
Well, that's the thing. They use the orange zest, and I don't pick up on a citrus tone to it.
Yeah,
myself.
I didn't really either from when I drank it, but the cherry, the Montmorency cherries really came
cherries
through.
pop.
I really love that because there's been other years where they've had variants with cherry in it, and it kind of like fell flat. Or they've had variants like in Michael's case where he had the Midnight Orange, which had orange in it, but it ended up
And
coming
it tasted
across.
like cherry.
It tasted,
tasted
like cherry,
like
but
cherry.
it didn't have cherry in it.
The
So,
Midnight Orange is probably my least favorite variant I've ever had.
all right. See, I never.
We didn't like that was actually gave a 95 to, which I've never gone low on a Bourbon County. And I said I have to take some points off because it didn't describe the taste that it had. I still thought I could still taste the base in it, but I thought that the whatever citrus element was there was more cherry than it was orange to me. But I guess everybody's palate is different.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't get any orange. That was the first variant I had ever bought. That I
really?
ever had, and it was just like, I was like orange. Like I paid extra for something that tastes exactly like something I could have got for like $12.
Yeah, it was definitely a downer. It was not a positive.
You know what they say? You never forget your first Bourbon County, and I mean, yours was a little bit of a letdown, but my first ever Bourbon County was I believe it was 2017 or maybe it was 2018, but it was the Northwoods Stout edition with the blueberry juice and the almond extract, and I gave it 100 at the time. I wish I could get a bottle of it again today just to see, because it blew me away. It was the best beer I had ever had, the best stout I had ever had at that time. But now, looking back all those years ago, like I've had hundreds of different Bourbon Counties, different variants, different years. So it'd be kind of interesting to go back in time and see what I would think of that beer today. But anyway, it's good that you stuck with the Bourbon County after having a not as great of an experience as you should have had on your first Bourbon County adventure, so to speak. With the
It'll be
Midnight Orange.
interesting too, because I do have a friend who has a daughter in Chicago, and she'll probably bring back. Is there a proprietors in one of the 6 that are there this year? There's at least 2 that are Chicago only. So she'll bring back at least maybe both of them. If I'm lucky, I'll get to try that.
Let's we could look really quick. This is the 2025 lineup. You've got the original, you've got the Cherries Jubilee, this one here, the chocolate praline, which I've also had. There's the
wow.
I didn't get that.
That proprietor is only Chicago only.
Right. The baklava. This one, the double barrel. God, I would love to try that. Yep. And then this one here, the reserve. I think that might be only Chicago. But then look at this.
It's strange that they don't allow more of the variants to go nationally, because I would try at least one of everything they have.
Oh yeah, all of these here, these single barrel selects, these are Chicago only. Weller.
Oh wow.
Heaven Hill, Delilah's. Look at these single barrel.
I'm saying you have to live in Chicago to get the full.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Another reason to look forward to retirement when I can
to
Chicago just on a whim.
It's a good beer drinking town from what I've heard too. But
yeah.
Well, that's Sam. I don't know if I would recommend that.
I don't think beer bonding with Bourbon County makes sense. But again,
he's
he's joking.
Then he would turn to Elbow and ask for a sweet with mezcal.
As you're talking about the first time you had Bourbon County, and I had to think back and remember. I think the first time I had it was when I was working in Somerset, New Jersey. There was a bar that we used to go to once in a while, and I think we went there after work for some reason, and they had it on draft. Bourbon County on draft.
Wow. Okay.
And they gave me, and it was another case. It was early enough when the whole kind of beer craft beer thing was still somewhat new to a lot of the bars. So I said, Bourbon County barrel aged stout. I'll have one of those. And she gives me a 16-ounce pint glass filled to the brim.
I bet
you must have gone out, walking kind of lightly.
Yeah, and I had to drive 50 miles home.
You didn't know what you
lot.
were getting yourself into with that one, huh?
Probably no, probably not. Well, that was like when I used to get a Brooklyn black chocolate stout from the local bar near work that we used to go to for lunch, and that was the same deal. I'd order. It was like I ordered it, and they'd give me a 16-ounce glass of it.
Yeah.
During lunch,
and that's only 10%. You can imagine when you're
10%.
drinking Bourbon County, which is 14, 15%. So
When I lived in Georgia, there was this place. It was a growler shop, Ace Growlers, and they had one of the years of Bourbon County on. Oh, you can get a growler of it, and I got a growler pour of Bourbon County.
Oh wow!
It was fantastic. But another story you're talking about going out. There was a place in Georgia right across the street from me when I lived in Noonan, and it was Johnny's Pizza. And I would go over there sometimes, order pizza while I'm sitting there waiting on my pizza. They always had the Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Ale on draft. It's only 8%, but they'd give you a 22-ounce pour of it. and it's like they didn't know what they had. So I would get 2 22-ounce pours of that waiting on my pizza. And I'd walk because it was right across the street from my apartment. I'd be walking sideways back to my apartment. I mean, it was crazy, but like people going in there for a beer like that, that aren't huge drinkers, they're getting a draft pour of an 8% barrel aged ale like that. Like it's a miracle nobody ran over, like crossed the street or something. But anyway, it was good stuff.
Yeah.
But the Bourbon County on draft, if I could get my hands on that regularly, my goodness, I'd have to check myself into like an AA program or something. I wouldn't be able to stop drinking it. I mean, because it's even better. As good as it is in the bottle, like draft Bourbon County. I remember the one time that I had it, it was just like, blew my mind, like next level, incredible.
Yeah, and I think if I remember right, there was a few years ago when I was in New Hampshire, there was one of the bars in Portsmouth, or the Draft House in Portsmouth. I think it's Portsmouth Draft House. They've got like 30 something beers on tap, and I think there was a short period of time when they had Bourbon County on draft.
It wasn't Thirsty Moose?
No, Thirsty Moose is still there. The Draft House that Ian's talking about, they closed down. I was in Portsmouth not too long ago, and they had that place is no longer around.
Really?
Yeah. But the Thirsty Moose is right next door. They're probably
have over 100 beers on tap.
They're probably
it might have been the Thirsty Moose.
Okay. But the Draft House, there is a Draft House, or was a Draft House. It was right next to the Thirsty Moose, and it closed down. But the Thirsty Moose has over 200 beers on draft, including beers like Founders CBS, and I don't think they had Bourbon County, but they had a lot of like barrel-aged stouts and stuff on draft.
The best one I've ever had was at
you're right. It was Thirsty Moose. You're right.
What the hell's the name of it? I don't know. It's a seafood steakhouse. Oh, Johnson Seafood Steakhouse in Norwood. We went there. They have the breweries there now. The Northwood Brewery.
Oh yeah,
Okay. And this was before the brewery was there. They had, at Johnson's, they had some beers and stuff on tap. The best one that I had for a stout was it was one of the barrel aged Speedway stouts.
I've had that. That's good.
Yeah.
Anybody got any additional notes? I'm still sipping on mine, and I do notice that the tobacco and the dark fruit really pop which tobacco, dark fruit, you can say kind of like go hand in hand, but I always notice that when the Bourbon County warms up, you get a little bit more dark fruit tobacco. It's a little bit more boozy, but in a good way, like some more oak, some more vanilla, a little bit more burn in the back of the throat as you're swallowing it down, but in a good way. If you like the barrel presence, you're not going to have any complaints from me on that. But
John, I'm getting a berry note. Do you remember the berry note that you sometimes get in these? I'm getting a little bit of that. I don't know if everybody else is getting that or not.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of the fruitiness.
It's a fruity kind of berry.
I get a little berry Manilow.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. I would say, yeah, almost, like a mixed berry compote type of thing, like the tart, almost like a blackberry raspberry kind of little bit of tart on the palate. Or, maybe a little bit of cherry even, like cherry wood type notes. That could be coming from the barrel. But yes, I'm definitely getting a little bit of fruitiness, other than just the dark fruit.
And I'm noticing also that the maltiness that I got at the beginning is not as strong as it warms up. I mean, it's obviously the malt is still there, but it's not as at the beginning when we first started drinking it. It was pronounced, and now it's not.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. If Dora the Explorer was drinking this beer with me, she'd say, delicioso.
And then then her parents will be arrested because she's underage.
What are you talking about? She's been around for like 20 years.
Yeah, she can drink now, John.
Okay, well, I stand corrected.
Has she met up with Carmen Sandiego yet?
No,
No,
they can't find her.
Yeah, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego anyway?
That's the
The
whole
best they could do was her cousin Diego.
So, Ian, are your New Hampshire trips now finished?
Probably. I'm not sure. I think there's there's one project that we're working on that I may need to go up there to look at next, probably sometime in maybe January, which would be nice.
Because you were going on a regular basis for a while, and then you even were stuck there for a while too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. From pretty much 2016 off and on until 2020, 2021, 2022, and then pretty much all of 2023. 2024, I was home for pretty much all of 2024, and then all of 2025, I was working from home.
But during the pandemic, you were up there too, part of the time.
Yeah. Well, we were working on a Moderna project for the COVID-19 vaccine, so I was up there for that. That was traveling during the pandemic was a trip.
It's what seems strange to me now is it seems like it's more in the past, and yet it still had such an effect on the way things are going that you say to yourself, "Hey, that was still a part of my life anyway." And it's almost,
yeah. In many ways, for me, nothing really changed because I was working so remotely before, and then I basically switched from working remotely at a site to working remotely from home. Like this is where I'm talking to you now is actually my work computer and my work and I'm looking at my work monitors, which are actually my own monitors that I had set up even before the pandemic. So I was already set up to do all of this before even the pandemic happened, and everybody started working from home. So which is fine with me because I despise commuting. So.
And this way, when there's a snowstorm, you don't have to drive in the snow.
No. Oh, yeah.
How much snow did you get where you are in this last
about a quarter of an inch of ice.
Oh, wow.
So
we got 4 inches here in New York.
Yeah,
which we didn't get the most. The Bronx, northern parts got like 7 inches. So it depends how the storm tracks. Yeah, I had to shovel it, so that wasn't. I had to shovel the outside. I did not like it. But that's life and owning property where you have to clean the street so nobody, dive bombs and decides, hey, it was icy.
Yep.
It.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure. Did you get snow? You got snow, John, in this last storm in Bumpy too?
Yeah, we got about 3 inches or so, and then tonight I actually parked in the garage because I have to work tomorrow. We're supposed to get like freezing rain, sleet, snow between like 3 a.m. and 11 a.m. or 3 a.m. and 11 a.m. tomorrow. So I didn't want to have to clear the frozen, ice, snow, whatever off my car. So I parked in the garage because I got to get up at like 7 and get ready for work. So, but Bumpy's got it much worse than me. Like
Well, we probably had about 5 to 6 inches in the last storm, but truck handled it like a pro going into work. But yeah, this one coming up, where it's going to be freezing rain and ice, and then the temperatures plummet. That's not going to be fun.
There's going to be a lot of black ice on the roads tomorrow. Because
Yeah, so that's why I got to get up. I got to get up extra early. I already got to get up early in the morning, so now I have to get up even earlier just to give myself more time to commute. So,
see, sometimes being retired, Bumpy, is nice, and I don't have to specifically get up for anything. But I know I should mention, because John knows, maybe the other people don't. I was just on jury duty, and I did a case, and it was pretty exciting. I thought anyway. But anytime you're dealing with somebody's life, it's not, it was a criminal case, and the human element has to be felt when you're doing it. But when the judge tells you that you have to find the person guilty, if they prove the person guilty, you don't have any choice. I mean, it's not like, you can't be a bleeding heart. You have to, whatever it is, you look at the evidence and you make, whatever. But, this person was going away for a while, and it's sad, but that, I didn't cause this problem. So, that kind of thing. It's my last time though, because I've aged out now. I can't be.
You put too many people away.
Congratulations.
Well, I was on another murder case, but that person I actually got off.
How many death sentences have you?
Well, this guy's not. This guy's not. There's no death penalty in New York State, so he doesn't have to worry about the death penalty. But he's going away because it's like, and they had to be out after this guy because they don't do attempted murder is what they got this guy for.
Oh wow!
He shot and he missed, and they went after him anyway. He had gun possession, so in other words, he had an illegal gun. All right, that you can get him for that. That's a sentence in New York City. But the guy who he was shooting at was smart enough to go down, but he was pointing at, in other words, the defendant. You could see they have videotape of the whole incident. In other words, it's from a camera. There's cameras all over the place. They didn't have any witnesses who were willing to testify. So they had to depend on what seemingly circumstantial evidence. But anyway, so you could see that he was aiming at the guy, but the guy was able to go down and he missed. And all they got was a gun casing they never found the bullet. They just found the casing. And somebody testified they heard the bullet. And they show evidence that it had to be a shot and not a car backfiring or other thing. We listened to clippings of the different sounds, so you could tell it was a gunshot. Wow. And the ultimate way we knew for sure it was him is from T-Mobile evidence from the towers that he was located there at the time of the shot. So his defense tried to say could have been anybody who was there doing it. It didn't have to be him. But they had his phone number, and they were able to, through T-Mobile information, that put him right at the site. So he really didn't have much of a chance, and that's it. I'm guessing he's going to get 20, but again, with time served and whatever, maybe it'll be less. But
Yeah,
I've been trying to shoot the guy and kill him. I mean, you don't shoot at somebody if you're trying to scare him, because he could have shot in the air, he could have shot into the ground, and then all we could have gotten him for was assault. But then it's attempted murder when you're aiming originally at somebody's torso, and either bad aim or the guy dived and whatever, he didn't hit him, but
wow,
it was interesting. And I get paid 8 days jury duty.
Right. Oh, goodness. All right.
John,
instead of a drive-by, that was
be called after.
Go ahead, Elbow.
Right.
Would you like me to do a little bit of a show and tell?
Sure. Yeah, and when everybody is ready to give out ratings and stuff, just go for it. But yeah, go ahead, Elbow.
Well, I had a few of these Bourbon County Stouts that I bought a few years ago. They're 2022s, And since folks would say they're good if you age them, so I put them in my closet and I kind of forgot about them.
Oh, wow.
I thought I would show them to you in case you remember them. This one is the 2022 Coffee Stout.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember that one, but
I do. One of the best, probably the best coffee stout I've ever had. I'm not a big coffee guy.
Yeah, I was hoping they would come out with some more coffee stouts,
Yeah.
but maybe they will in the future. This one was 13.2 ABV. Then I've got this one here. I'm not Sir Isaac Stout.
Oh, I've had that one. It's got the berries
That-
in it, like
that's
blackberry.
That's the Fig Newton.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Okay.
I have one of those too.
Great. And let's see, 13.9 on that one. And then I had this last one here, Biscotti.
Ah, yes. I have had all of those. They're all delicious.
So I got a good drink in these. So anyway, I just thought I'd show them to you. I kind of forgot about them. This one was 14.3 ABV. So
Nice.
I got those to look forward to.
Yeah.
Good.
Well,
So are we gonna see a Marco Polo tomorrow of you drinking all of those?
hold on to at least one of those. We'll do
Hey,
an examination of like any year, any variant type of thing.
Yeah.
I've got a 2020 bottle that's got Bumpy's name on it that I could still get more. I bought 4 bottles already, but this is the 2020 Caramella barley wine. This is
I had some of that.
This is Bumpy's, but if he forgot to bring it home with him last time, but
I think I have a bottle of that downstairs.
for whatever reason,
John,
Go ahead.
John, you also had one of the wheat wines. Were the wheat wines different than the barley wines?
yeah, the wheat wine it didn't have all the added. This one's got like apple cinnamon in it, and it's really good. But the wheat wine that I had was a yellow label. I don't remember I think it was 15%. It was really strong. I bought it. I was living in Georgia at the time, and I went down to visit Ontario in Louisiana, and I bought it at a little liquor store in New Orleans, and it was fantastic. I think that was like one of the ones that I gave 100 to. One of the bourbon counties I gave 100 to, and it was fantastic. Best wheat wine I've ever had. That and the Smutty Nose, those are the 2 best wheat wines I've ever had.
Got some
Bumpy's,
old Ezra there.
Getting
Bumpy.
into
Old
the
Ezra 7-year.
It looks good.
Well, for doing show
And,
and tell, I
The
bought a
name
bottle
of the name of the storm coming in from the Midwest is Winter Storm Ezra.
No, okay.
Yeah.
your grandson.
I took a picture of it of the storm warning and sent it to my stepdaughter because my grandson's name is Ezra. So it's
Yeah. There you go.
quite funny.
Ezra
So are we
Brooks.
going to formulate our numbers?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
already know what I'm giving. Mine.
I got mine already.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's go with the OG Bourbon County ratings first, since Bumpy's is different. I want to keep it like so. I'll go first. I gave mine. I'm going to give it a 98. I don't remember what I gave it the first time or during the video review, but I definitely think it's in the world class range. For me, 98, 99, 100 is world class. 98 out of 100. It's not the best original version of Bourbon County I've ever had. Do I think that the extra little 0.1 or 0.2% ABV makes that much of a difference? No, but I do feel like it's got a little bit more barrel character, especially as it warms. And all the other notes are there: the dark fruit, the vanilla, the oak, the tobacco, typical Bourbon County stuff. World class, 98 out of 100 for me.
Let's say 97. I agree.
Okay.
It's very, very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good. But, definitely has some.
It would probably, like you said earlier, Ian, this would be one because it's a little stronger and it's got all the different barrels that we mentioned earlier. the Wild Turkey, the Heaven Hill, what was the other one? Anyway, a lot of different barrels this year.
Four Roses, I think.
Four Roses. There you go. So this would be one, I think, maybe more than other years, especially to would age better than some of the other years because it's got so many different barrels involved and 14 months. It's aged. It mentioned on their own website, aged for 14 months for most of the different barrels, and then kind of, I guess, cuvee together at the end. So a little bit longer aging and a couple more barrels than what we're used to in the past. So yeah, I feel like this one would really get better with a couple of years age to it. So yeah, okay. So 98, 97, Elbow, you got a number in mind?
Yeah, it's definitely an A. This is a special beer. Comes out once a year, and we beer enthusiasts look forward to it. I'll give it a 95. It's I hesitate to go 97, 98 only because my beer knowledge isn't as extensive as many as you guys. But for me, it's a solid A. It's a 95 for sure.
Okay.
And look, it's almost gone, Don.
You ready for another one? All right. That's a fair score. I like it. Michael.
John, I'm with you. I'm with you with the 98, and
Okay.
I can't go 99 because I've had better Bourbon County at this stage. But again, maybe over time, and I'm going to age a couple of bottles too. It might get to where it would be a 99 after it ages a little bit. But 98, very solid. Some of what I saw on the YouTube, I think, was exaggerated, but that's their
right.
Whatever. People can have their own perspective.
We didn't get the bell ring from
whatever. And I told you what I saw, but again, it's like anything else. And
right.
He kind of is an expert on Bourbon County, but that doesn't mean he's not the Lord of Bourbon County.
Right.
So he's another person like us.
Yeah, everybody.
To each their own.
I would say, and the reason I didn't give it a 99 or 100 was because I could think of two immediately off the top of my head that are better than this one, and both of them we had when I came to visit you in Brooklyn, the Reserve, and then the I believe it was the Eagle Rare, which I don't know if we drank that when I was there, but I brought a bottle of it and I had it before, and that was one of my favorite Bourbon Counties. The Eagle Rare edition was fantastic. So
I think the Reserve was like a specialty one that came in that special case and was different, and that was aged for a long time also.
Yeah, and that was one that you had. You had a friend?
I got that from Jordan's friend,
who got it from. That was a Chicago exclusive, wasn't it?
Right. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I haven't personally had those that much, but like I have this other friend, Linda, who brings that back. But that was, you had to be around to get it.
Didn't it have like a piece of wood from Al Pacino's pipe? It's so rare.
I don't know about that, Bumpy.
Yeah, I still have a 30th Reserve.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. So we're all, 98, 98, 97, 95, and Bumpy with the variant, the Cherry Jubilee. What are you thinking, Bumpy?
One of my favorites variants.
Nice.
Besides the extremely expensive one that you bought that I didn't have to pay for, and we kind of we were like, well, it wasn't enough of a difference to be that pricey from, but overall it was really damn good. That one was a little bit better than this one, but this is still one of the favorite that I've purchased myself that I've had. And I had the rye one last year, and I thought the rye, I just drank that one not too long ago, and I thought the rye, because I like rye. I'm drinking rye whiskey right now. I like the spice of the rye. I like rye bread. And I thought that was going to be blow me away, and it was kind of I was a little bit let down by it, I think. But this one, no, I really like it, and I'm going to score it at a 4.9 out of 5, which would be the equivalent of a 98 out of 100.
So, would you say it's world? And for me, that would be world. Would you say world class range?
It's should I say most excellent? but it's yeah, I mean it's an excellent, definitely up there in the excellent
Most
range.
excellent. All right. Well, all right. Sounds good. 4 point. I don't.
It's top end
4.9
excellent.
5. Yeah. I don't know if I've ever seen you give a 4.9 before. Usually, I think the highest I've seen you give is 4.8. Breaking
No. I've given some 5s or 50s or 100s, whatever you want to call them.
I've never seen any videos.
Well, I gave it to the Duchess de Bion, that Flanders Red-ish, whatever the hell it is.
The Duchesse
The
de
Duchess,
Bourgoin or whatever. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
always
gave
done
that-
well
I
at
gave
our,
that a perfect score.
at our beer tastings, John. That Duchess has done really
Yeah.
well.
I've had it. It's fantastic. It's nice. It's the only version of it I've seen though is in this big bottle. It's like $40-$50 a bottle. It's like
It's expensive. It's expensive.
So it's hard to justify. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's an excellent beer. Don't get me wrong, but I wish they sold it in like $26-$28 for a 4-pack of 10-ounce bottles would be perfect. I'd buy it. I'd buy it a lot more if I can get it in a smaller configuration.
I have a
You want me to
question for
buy
the
'em?
group.
They sell it in New Hampshire.
Has anybody tried the Kirkland barrel aged thing at Costco that's made by Deschutes? It's a bourbon barrel
We don't
aged
have Costco.
beer.
We don't
You
have
can only get at
Costco
Costco.
We do, but I have not seen
And
it.
it's
There. You're talking about
$7.99. John, I mentioned to you, $7.99 a bottle.
Yeah,
No Costco's?
We got BJ's Wholesales Club and we have Sam's Clubs.
Well, you have Costco
Okay.
in Nashua because that's where my wife.
This
and I
is not
go.
this.
Oh, there is a Costco
in
New Hampshire?
Nashua. Yeah, Nashua.
Well, Nashua is borderline Massachusetts.
It is. That's where we go. That's the Costco. We go to. Yeah. But your part, yeah, you're further. You're deeper in. So, but I haven't seen it, Michael, because I've looked for the Kirkland Lager because I've heard good because that's made by Deschutes as well, just the Kirkland Lager. And I've looked for the Kirkland Vintage Ale, the one you're talking about. They don't. The Costco in Nashua does not sell either one of them. So
It sounds familiar to me, but it's been so long. I don't.
Okay, if you do see it, buy it. But it's not something that you at the level that we're at. If you can't compare it with this, I'm not saying you can and whatever. It's $7.99 for a bomber size, and it's
great
it's
deal.
it's
yeah.
good, but it is barrel aged though. So
Yeah, it's
whatever.
probably on the same
And
level.
Deschutes,
Like the Trader Joe's crafty stuff. Probably like I would, think it would be comparable to some of that stuff, maybe. Because Trader Joe's has a vintage ale.
or the stuff that comes out of the.
Don't they make Kirkland?
I think
hot dogs?
Aldi had something like it too that came.
Yeah, they did. They had there was a Belgian ale, like 9%. I don't know if it was barrel aged though.
My Aldi's doesn't sell beer.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what's
Don't have any
funny,
Aldi's around
Bumpy?
here, but yeah.
Aldi sells beer. They sell beer in Vermont and Connecticut, but they don't sell beer in New York State either. I don't know why
Yeah.
not.
Like
They don't.
Trader
We get
Joe's
beer
does.
in Lidl though. Lidl, which is another. Yeah. Do you have
Dave-
Lidls in New Hampshire?
Dave did it.
LID apostrophe
I've
L.
never heard of them.
Yeah.
It's like Aldi, but it's okay. If you see it, they sell beer nationally. Wherever they are, they sell it. Unfortunately, where mine is, it's not a great selection, but they do have beer anyway.
They do have some frozen pizzas at Aldi's, so.
And do not barrel age Mickey's. Tell them not to barrel age Mickey's. It's a bad move. I know he's trying to.
Yeah,
be funny.
bad move. So, all right.
Oh, they have
Well,
Aldi's in Arizona. Gabe
They
just
do, and he says he can get the vintage ale at the Costco in Arizona. He said he saw it October 23rd, but he didn't buy it, and he did say that there's beer in the Aldi's in Arizona as well. The more you know with Gabriel Celaya. Cheers, Gabe.
Elbow. Gabe is an old hero of ours from the early days of what we've been doing here. So John has a big spot in his heart for and previous action that it's funny. It predates everything because what does it go back to? Google Hangouts. What was the thing before StreamYard? Google Hangouts.
Before I even had a channel, I was just hanging out with everybody and joining Ron Terrio's live streams, and then I would hop on the off-air Hangouts and just shoot the shit with everybody. And then Gabe, yep.
Those were the early times. Yeah, Gabe is still here. That's good.
Still here, Gabe. All right, so we've been going an hour. We'll go ahead and wrap up the live show. We've all given our ratings. Anybody got any final thoughts or want to show and tell or do anything before we wrap it up?
I'd like to wish everybody a happy new year, which is right around the corner.
Yeah. Yep. Go ahead, Elbow.
Not to change the subject, but I tried a beer last night that's also a limited edition, comes out once a year. It had a big, beautiful head on it. The first time I've tried it, and I really enjoyed it. And you guys have probably tried this too, but
oh yeah, I haven't had this year's, but yeah,
the Celebration. I agree with most folks. They say it's an excellent beer. I really enjoyed this. I'm tempted to go get another 12-pack before they're all going. But anyway, just enjoying these fine beers in this winter season. And I wish you all a happy new year. It's always fun to have a little company to drink a beer with. And thanks, John, for letting me know you were asking me on here. Anyway, good times. Good times, folks. Cheers. And I'll raise my empty glass now.
There you go.
And the original Newcastle brownie on the back.
Yeah.
There you go.
I remember those.
Wow,
yeah.
That's
Dark Truth.
I have a feeling that's an old bottle, though.
I've had Dark Truth before.
2008.
I've had that.
I dug this off the shelf from 2018.
All right.
Last night.
Nice. All right. Well, we'll wrap it up there. Thank you to everybody for joining. Ian, Elbow, Michael, Bumpy. Appreciate you guys. Thanks to everybody in the chat. We had a great chat tonight with some classic, some good old school friends I hadn't seen in a while. We got Gabe, Jason Cleveland, Sam Smalley. We're international, folks. We got Australia here. Josh, Tommy Carroll. He's a regular on my channel. And Hendrickson Family Farm. Cheers to you as well. And, of course, Shane Fudge commented first. He should have joined us because I know he's got the 2025 Bourbon County. But next time, Shane, next time. Anyway, thank you guys so much. We'll end it there. We'll go off, take it off air here. Hope everybody has a happy new year. And we'll see you soon. We'll be doing some more 2025 Bourbon County stuff. There's a lot of variants that everybody has to try that we got to get into. So cheers. Have a great night. Happy New Year. We'll see you soon.
Cheers, everybody.
Buenas noches.
Bye.